Today we have another day of experiencing transits that have already occurred. It's kind of a lax period in the skies right now. And the moon, to top it off, is in Pisces. So that gives us this relaxed and dreamy energy, and it entices us. It promotes saving the action plan for another day. So be careful with that line of thinking, because we are in our very last days of new moon energy as we move closer to our full moon in Aries on Friday. So this is the final full moon before the eclipse season starts in October, but that's not all. We'll have our personal planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, also move signs next month. And Pluto comes out of retrograde, which will bring in an intensity to the entire month of October. So this is not a time to rest on your laurels. It's a time to prepare for intense forward motion. Okay, sit back, relax, let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, how to utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So hi, my name's Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for September the 27th, 2023. So let's start with the numerology. We have the energy of the 27. So the 27 is a very fertile and promising energy, okay? It brings in this vibration to grow, to blossom, to bear fruit. It's time to plant the seed when you see a 27 energy appear in numerology. It can mark the first day of the rest of your life. So be aware of where you are right now currently on your journey. Are you planting the seeds, or are you harvesting the successes? Are you beginning a fortune or successes of goals that you may have set in the past? So it's about moving towards those successes, and even if it is right now for you, planting a new seed, starting a new business, starting a new career, starting a new relationship, starting different habits and behaviors, setting new goals. The 27 energy is very potent to bring in successes long term for you under the new beginnings, the new starts you do. But if you're in the middle of the blossoming period, well, then this is the time where you want to encourage the growth of those flowers, right? So you want to make sure they're watered and they're weeded and they have enough nutrients in the soil. You want to grow those flowers, those blooms, into actual fruit, something that you can pick, something that you can harvest, something that you can maybe utilize during the winter season of your life, the dormant season of your life, so that you are more than capable of planting your new seeds as your new spring arrives. So it's all a cycle. 2 plus 7 is a 9, making room for what you want to come into your life. Okay, clearing the path, clearing the clutter. Maybe it's in your external world, maybe it's your mind, your thoughts, your perceptions. The 9 energy is very much about completions, but completions with purpose, completions so that we can invite in the new beginnings we want. So we're more particular about what we are putting closings on, what we're putting, closure on. Because we want to make room for that new beginning. We want to be able to take down that hurdle, make the path straight. Numerology of the day would be a 9 plus 9 plus 7 gives us a 25. The 25 is very much about difficulty after, or success after difficulty, I should say. So if you have been going through a difficult period, now we have the 25 energy here saying things will get easier, things will start to come together. 2 plus 5 is a 7 energy that's standing in our truth, creating harmony, creating beauty in our environments, but more importantly, in our relationships. Sun is in Libra, Moon is in Pisces. So the Moon in Pisces is encouraging the need to connect with our inner world, tapping into our intuition. Okay, entering the dream world, and all of that, that'll be the easy part of following the energy today, of kind of pulling it back. But pull it back. If you're pulling it back, pull it back with intent, okay? Think about your tomorrow. Think about the goals you want to set, the dreams that you want to aspire to. Okay? We are walking into October, which is going to be very intense. We're not going to have any slack days in October. I can guarantee you that. The energy will be on a meter 1 to 10. It's going past the 10. It's an 11. It's a 12. And it will stay like that. We'll start to feel the rumblings the very first day of October. Okay, because the first couple of weeks before and after Pluto goes stationary direct, we will be feeling that shift, that movement into forward motion, and that's going to bring in intensity. That's going to bring in our drive. That's going to, Pluto is our true warrior. He's the do or die kind of energy, Pluto. So when Pluto was in retrograde, we were being actually, as much as we want to flourish our empowerment. And so it was over the last, May when it went into retrograde motion, perhaps, we have been more internalizing rather than externalizing because our power house was missing. It went back to reflect, to look over the things that we have done in the past. So it has been a lot about folding within and looking within, understanding what brings us joy, what brings us happiness. All those things that I have been saying throughout the entire summer and the fall, it seems. Now you'll understand that it was to get to know who you are and what you want going forward so much better, because Pluto is do or die, death and rebirth, total transformation. And it's all or nothing kind of approach to our goals, to our dreams, to the successes we want to bring in. And now it'll start going forward motion, which means our drive, the intensity of our drive increases each and every day once that moment happens in our life. And then we'll kind of get used to the energy, but we will be in a strong forward motion because Pluto is in a strong forward motion. We do have Mercury and Chiron talking today. Well, people may say things to us, or we may say things to people, and there'll be minor misunderstandings. Doubts can come in. We could be very sensitive about how we took what they said. We might take it more personally when it was meant to be more abstract or blanketed kind of comments, and we've taken it, directly to heart. That was meant for us. You were looking right at me when you said it. I knew it was for me, kind of stuff. We're not able to really read the intention behind the words that are coming at us. So know that when you are talking to people, the intention might be missed. Okay, so think over your words. Use the strong words. Be clear with what you're trying to say. Don't try to wrap it into, don't try and talk like I do, where I just keep going and going, and it's almost like waves sometimes, right? Getting bigger and bigger as I go into different parts when I talk, which can muddy the waters, which can make what was once very clear and take that clarity right away, and misunderstandings can come in, doubts can come in, okay, and we can be very sensitive to what's being said today. We need to use this time right now to prepare ourselves for the month of October, because the month of October is going to be so amazingly, intensely strong that we will have that energy behind us to step into some true successes. But it's about the planning right now. It's about understanding ourselves and knowing what brings us joy, what brings us happiness, what fills us with passion, what motivates us, what we truly want to create or manifest or invent, for that matter. Okay, let's go to the cards and see what they want to tell us. And I'm trying to get everything done because I'm going to visit my son very shortly. I haven't seen my son in a very, very long time. When he actually came home, I was off in Europe doing my tour through Holland. So I promised him I would drive up. Now he lives north. Okay, so when you go north, snowflakes can fly the beginning of October and stuff. So I need to get up there now, because if I don't, the weather will get too bad and I won't be able to make it through the snow to go and visit my son. And I miss him. He's my baby. And you don't hear all that much about him because he's off living his life somewhere else, right? He's not underfoot. He's not with me day in, day out. You hear all kinds of stuff about Paul, right? So I'm trying to get everything done. I know that October is a very potent month for each and every one of you, and I want to get to doing the signs as well as the daily focuses. Where I dropped the ball, I truly apologize, but my son is a priority in my life that really there's very few things that can make me go in a different direction. And we've been trying to set dates, and this is the only small opportunity I have to see him. So I'm driving up there. It'll take me 2 days. I'll probably only be able to stay a couple of days, maybe 3, and then it's a 2-day drive home again. And I don't leave Ontario, by the way, okay? For anybody who's wondering how big Ontario might be, my son is a 24-hour drive, more or less, from my driveway to his. So, and I don't leave Ontario for it. So, and it's a very slow going road, and there's only one road that actually leads into his town that he lives in. So, a very long road that wraps around Lake Superior. Actually, if you want some knowledge, I'm going on to the other side of Lake Superior, the upper end. And yes, Ontario goes much farther north than that, and snow is already there for some of it. Some of it, I don't even think the snow goes away. Okay, our underlying energy here is the star, making the impossible possible. Yes, you see, we're going to feel like laying back in dreamscape. Well, what happens a lot of the time when we do that kind of stuff is we turn on the television set, we turn on Netflix, we turn on Crave, we turn on whatever that is that you stream your movies, and you watch somebody else's imagination come to life on screen. And that fills the void of that energy calling you to grow your mind and be creative. It doesn't realize you just watched a TV show and it means nothing in your life. You spent time dreaming. You spent time falling into those characters and falling in love with those characters, and actually shedding tears if something happened to the character. And even though the character is completely made up, it's fantasy. This is a time to create your own fantasy land about what you want to walk into, what you are striving for, what goals you are setting in your life. And I'm worried that I'm not going to be here to drive it home the way I need to drive it home. So I'm going to be on this probably every video until I leave. We're in the last new moon before the eclipse season, and we will be entering the last full moon before the eclipse season. And as we know, the solar eclipse will start all kinds of new beginnings in our life. And some of these, this is the new one that's coming in, right? So I think when we go to the full moon, it's the last of the old cycle. Okay, so there'll be a lot about closures in that end of October, and really putting some defining endings. So we have to look at those new beginnings. And those new beginnings, I mean, we're looking at 2 years, 2.5 years to really step into them. I was buying something in the store today, and when she told me her sign, I was like, oh my gosh, honey, listen to me, what you need to do. Anyway, she had a hoot with that. So the star energy, my gosh, how did I get off on that? This is making the impossible possible. That's how I got off on it. I mean, I want you to think outside the box. I want you to dream bigger than life. I want you to throw in a whole bunch of possibilities in there that aren't grounded, that don't have a strong foundation. It doesn't matter, because that idea you had might melt in with something else that does have a strong foundation. Okay, so if you're going to go into dreamland, please keep the TVs off. Keep watch me on YouTube, but then turn that off too. I'm just teasing, because there's a lot of information that you can grab from YouTube. So if you're going for more information so that you can be successful down the road, I'm sure that would constitute you using the energy wisely. We want to plan. We want to really see what we want to create. And if you can start planting the seeds, I mean, we have the 27 energy, so it's not too late. You're still in new moon energy to start, to make that first step, even if it's very shaky first step. If you've thought about it, you've got a game plan of some sort, at least branch out into the thought of that first step, okay, and planting that seed. The Star card, how exciting is that? Then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, this is about dreaming big. This is about growing the dream so big you can barely hold it, okay? It's about new beginnings. It's about really thinking of a goal or an ambition, an inspiration of how to move forward, but with a giant leap almost. It's like, these aren't the small things you're looking at right now when you're dreaming. You're dreaming big. You're filling your horizon. You're looking at your best life ever. Okay, and that breaks down into all kinds of smaller dreams. Absolutely, right? I almost see like big raindrops into little ones into a mist. Okay, so it all matters what we do now. The fog is there as a representation that we will not have a lot of clarity or understanding about how this dream, this goal, this desire will come into being, come into something tangible, come into something reality, make it reality in some way. And it doesn't matter right now. Don't worry about the hows and the ifs and the whats and just think from your heart of what you would truly want to do going forward. If money, time, energy wasn't even a problem for you, what would it be? We have the Magician, okay? As above, so below. As above, so below. So it's about putting our focus, our concentration on what we want so that the magic can pour in to what we need in order to go forward, to it open up to us, to know that the magic is around us and within us, and to utilize all the magic around us within us. And the magic can be your talents, your abilities, your unique personality. You. And to expect the magic to happen. To think, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to create this in my life, and then doubt is eliminated. We push past the doubt, the worries, the sensitivities. If we have any kinds of misunderstandings, this is the time when we will dig for the answer, for the knowledge, for the truth. Oh my gosh, and the Empress, I tell you, this is not a day to rest. This is not a day to lay back. I know there's no transits in the sky, and so a lot of people say, well, we don't have much happening. But there's so much to do. There's so much to understand. Here's the Empress. The Empress is about creating something, about making something, inventing something, giving birth to something. Being grounded in nature, to lead from the heart and the emotion of the joy and the celebration it will bring you as you create. Not as you finally get to that destination, but as you create it, you see that every step is going to be an adventure. Full of learning, full of people, full of experiences. Okay, wow, we have the Star down, we have the Magician down, we have the Empress down on a day when the sky is saying, man, not much is happening up here, folks. But really, there is a lot. It's giving us energy, yes, to dream, but so often we don't use that energy for dreaming for our goals and dreams in the way that we need to on a day like today. And yes, if there's action that needs to be done, this is an action kind of day. Put out that first Facebook post that you wanted to do, or some kind of marketing ability, or put out your first product that you're going to share with the people. Just take that step. If you want to meet somebody new, or you want to, you've been trying to get an opportunity, go over there today and say, hey, want to meet me for coffee this afternoon? Get together, talk, find out about each other. Get to know each other. Become friends. Pick up that travel magazine. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to explore? Pick up that university book and start looking at the courses they offer and what you can tap into. Or maybe there's some workshops in the area to grow your mind, to step you towards the opportunities, or giving you the tools, I should say, for the opportunities that you do want to step into. Okay, let's get an oracle card, and today we have laughter, the 47, which is an 11 energy, I might add. Okay, and it's all about laughter. It's all about the enjoyment of the moment. It's all about, laughter raises your energy just naturally. So often when we are asking for things to come into our life, it is a high vibration ask that we're wanting to bring into our life, and we need to raise our vibration to that. And so laughter is probably one of the easiest vehicles you'll ever use to raise your energy and to allow good things to start flooding your experience. So laughter breaks up stagnant energy, gets things moving, helps you relax. Laughter is a powerful antidote to stress, pain, conflict. Nothing works faster or more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens your burdens, inspires hope, connects you to others, and keeps you grounded, focused, and alert. So bring in the laughter today. Create laughter. Go in search of laughter. Watch if you have to, a comedy, okay? Because you're doing it to what? Raise your energy. So the next hour of dreaming will be something completely different. It'll be more of your own mindset and what you want to bring in. But you kind of had to get out of that funk, that stagnant energy in order to start dreaming. And get something to laugh about. Think of something in the past. I mean, I've got a whole whack of stories that I can tap into just about any time I want, and they make me laugh just as hard, if not harder. You know, I've got this one video of my mom, so with dementia. I mean, cheese is something new every day. And so we had taken her to this restaurant. And this restaurant, the thing that they have at the end for the kids to love going there is a cotton candy machine. And my mom, she was close to 90 probably at this point in her life. So she had experienced cotton candy. For this, I'm certain. And my son comes back with this big thing of cotton candy. A little one for her and a big one for himself of cotton candy. And she says, "What is this?" Well, it's cotton candy. And first she's trying to take that whole cloud and put it right into her face. And then we're saying, well, maybe rip off a piece. And she tries, and a big piece comes, and she tries to shove it all in her mouth at once. And it was so hilarious. And we got this on video, so we were able to watch it over and over again. And we haven't watched it in a long time. But recently I pulled it out again because it made me laugh even harder than the experience. So anyways, then she ate hers, and me and Paul were laughing so hard, and though he didn't eat his yet, so he says, "Here, you want another piece of mine?" And she said yes, and she put her hand on it, and she pulled it right off the whole cardboard stack, right, the whole cloud, right, and she just went, and she was laughing the whole time. I mean, if you don't have laughter in your moment, in this very moment, then seek your past to bring out some times in your life when the laughing just turned to tears, your face hurt, you laughed so hard. The tears rolled down your cheeks because you were laughing so hard. You held onto your tummy because you're laughing so hard. And raise your energy, because that's going to help you understand what you truly want to bring in and start creating it, because October is a very intense month to give you the drive behind your ideas that you have now. We have the eagle, the mastery. The mastery comes out, the eagle comes out. How wonderful is that? I know, Abe. I gotta put my fingers at the top of the card. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Everybody has that talent or that ability, right? That they're good at, and they just kind of take for second nature, and everybody can do it if they put their mind to it. And no, we can't. You can do it. You have that talent. You have that ability. And so share your wisdom with us. Okay? And through your wisdom, we will find joy. We will find happiness. So please share it. Let go of the past and soar. What is holding you back? Once again, we did have that 9 energy in there saying we have to make room for the new beginnings, the new starts in our life. So what do we need to leave in the past so that we can spread our wings and fly? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.